At bottom of the fifth inning for Port Huron Northern, I believe as we went away, I said 2 runs on 3 hits. They actually had 2 runs on 4 hits, including the home run by Todd Murphy. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 men left on base. And at the end of 5 full innings of play, Port Huron Northern has moved out in front of Port Huron High 4-3. Going to the top of the 6th inning, leading off, I got the bottom 3 men of the order for Port Huron High. Leading off will be left fielder Eric Rathje, followed by Tony Bloink, and then second baseman Andy Cole. Mike Sly, who's gone all the way for Northern, delivers pitch up high, ball 1. Northern taking the lead in the contest for the first time in the bottom of the 5th when they came up with the 2 runs. Todd Murphy's home run tied it, and the RBI single by Jeff Land put the Huskies ahead. Pitch hits the inside corner, and the count goes to 1-1. Eric Rathje's been up twice. Struck out first time up, was out second time, short to first. He'll be followed by Tony Bloink. Rathje, the left fielder, fouls it off. Rathje wearing number 9 for the Big Reds. The weatherman cooperating beautifully, probably the best weather we've had all spring, all baseball season thus far. Despite the fact that we do have a little bit of wind, it isn't as strong as it was when we started out. Sly delivers, pitch high and outside. 2-2 is the count. Leadoff man for the Big Reds, left fielder Eric Rathje. Second time of the season these two teams have met. PH1 first time around. Northern trying to get a measure of revenge. Pitch is called a strike, gets away from catcher Duman, goes all the way to the backstop. And Eric Rathje will get to first. So despite the strikeout, Rathje is on first for Port Huron High. Chalk up a strikeout for Mike Sly. Stepping in now, it'll be Tony Bloink. So despite the strike, Eric Rathje is on first. Besides the strikeout, Rathje is on first. Bloink indicates the bunt, but doesn't. Gets the strike. 1 strike. See now that the softball game is over, some of the players make their way towards the varsity baseball game. Rathje at first. He was safe in the air following the strikeout. Bloink indicated bunt from Sly's first pitch. That would seem to be in order. Drops it down, and they say it's a foul ball as it hit the batter in the batter's box. So Bloink with a count of 0-2. Sly out in front. Nobody out. Big Reds with a runner at first. That's Eric Rathje. He actually struck out, but made it down to first when the ball got away from catcher Don Duman and came all the way to the backstop. The pitch from Sly, fouled. Beyond third base, count remains at 0-2. I mentioned some of the softballers coming up here to watch the baseball game. It sounds like Port Huron High won the softball game. Look for that here on CPHS 6. Thank you for joining us. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Northern leading 4-3. Big Reds with a man in first. And Sly just blows it by Bloink for the second strikeout of the inning, but only the first out. So you can chalk up another strikeout for Mike Sly, his 7th of the day. But there's only 1 out in the inning as the strikeout got away from Duman, and Rathje ended up at first base. Andy Cole, second baseman, steps in now for Port Huron High. Andy batting in the number 9 spot. Sly delivers. Pitch gets away, comes all the way to the backstop. Again, and Rathje moves down to second. Ball hit the dirt, so we got the rule. Not sure of the ruling, but I think it would probably be a wild pitch. Doesn't make any difference whether it's a wild pitch or a pass ball. Runner goes down to second. That's Rathje. And Andy Cole with a chance to tie it up with a base hit. Runner in scoring position for the Big Reds. That's Rathje. We get on via the pass ball following the strikeout. Smith over to first, and he gets the man at first. So there's two down now, and the runner moves over to third. That's Rathje at third. Coming up to the plate, Morris Hall. He's been up 3 times already. Got 1 hit for his 3 at-bats. Struck out first time up, was safe on an error second time, and had a single back up through the middle second or third time up. So it was 1 for 3 on the day, 4th time up. And the Big Reds have got a man as far as third. They trail by a run. We're in the top of the 6th. Mike Sly will work from the windup now. Pitch to Hall. Gets away from the catcher. Swing and a miss, and it bounced off the glove, and the Big Reds have tied up the game. Well, it appeared that the ball was in the glove or bounced off the glove. I'm sure that'd be a pass ball, but again, it doesn't make any difference as the thing is that the run is in, and we're now tied at 4 in the top of the 6th inning. So the Big Reds, without the benefit of a hit, have come up with a run. Rathje, following the strikeout, the ball got away from the catcher Duman, coming all the way back to the backstop. Rathje made it to first, got down to second on the passed ball, went over to third on the infield out, and scored again on the passed ball. And we're tied at 4 with play in the top half of the 6th. It was a strike as Hall swung at it. So the count is 0-1. There's 2 out. And Hall tries to keep the inning going for the Port Huron High Big Reds. Big Reds have got 4 runs in, but all 4 have been unearned. It's been a tough day for Mike Sly for the Northern Huskies. Curve on the inside, doesn't get the corner. 1-1. Morris wearing number 4, playing shortstop for the Big Reds. The winds have switched around a little bit. It's a foul ball. It's going to go out of play. So the count goes to 1-2 now. As Hall steps back in against Mike Sly. Big Red scored 3 in the top of the 2nd. They've come up with 1 here in the top of the 6th. Northern with 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and 2 in the 5th. And we're tied at 4 in the visiting half of the 6th inning. Pitch to Hall. Again, out of play. Count remains 1-2. Mike Sly has got 7 strikeouts in the day. In the odd situation where there's actually been 3 outs in this inning, with the 2 strikeouts and the infield ground out. But again, the first batter, Rathje, got on and was able to score. Pitch to Hall. DeMurphy at short. Long throw is going to go over the head of Conley. The 2 collide at first. Ball goes out of play, and they ruin that Hall has got second base. So it's an error as Murphy threw over Conley's head. And for the 2nd time today, Hall is safe on the air. And coming up to the plate is right fielder Jim Hewitt. So again, the Big Reds with a runner in scoring position, and again some bad luck for pitcher Mike Sly, who to this point has allowed just 4 hits in the contest, 2 in the 1st inning. He worked out of a jam. 4 runs scored in the 2nd, and all 4 were unearned. 3 runs on just the 1 hit. Pitch to Hewitt, down low. Nice stop by Duman. Top of the 6th. PH with 1 run in, threatening again as Hall was safe in the air. Went down to second on the overthrow. And Jim Hewitt up for the Big Reds. Mike Sly delivers down low, 2-0. Hewitt grounded out second to first time up, struck out second, and was safe in the fielder's choice in the 4th. Pitch to Hewitt. Outside. Count goes to 3-0. Hewitt checks with Coach Dick Hilliker. There's 2 out. Big Reds with a man on second in the person of Morris Hall. And Morris with good speed. The pitch. Strike 1, 3-1. Big Reds with 1 run in without the benefit of a hit. Pass ball on strike 3. Infield out, a pass ball, another pass ball, and the run is in. Now we got a man at second. Hewitt swings and misses. Count goes full. Full count. Man on second, 2 out. Sly looks in. Stretch. Delivery. And he strikes him out. So Hewitt goes down swinging. The 3rd out. So for the Big Reds, 1 run and no hit. They left 1 man on base. 2 errors charged to Northern. We've played 5.5 innings, and we're all tied at 4. Bottom half of the 6th is coming up.
Doing drugs and being a drug dealer can be really glamorous. If you enjoy being chauffeured everywhere you go. Don't use drugs. They can kill.
This plus this could equal this.
Hey, before we recap the top of the 6th inning for Port Huron High, let's give you the batting lineup here for Northern. In the bottom half of the 6th, leading off will be the number 9 hitter, Matt Gladchen. He'll be followed by pitcher Mike Sly, and then second baseman Eric Smith. Again, to recap, kind of an unusual situation for pitcher Mike Sly. He actually struck out 3 and induced a ground ball, but without the benefit of a hit. Port Huron High comes up with a run to tie it. Eric Rathje led off, actually struck out, but the 3rd strike got away from catcher Don Duman, came all the way back to the backstop. Rathje beat the throw to first, and following another passed ball and an infield out, moved over to 3rd and scored on another passed ball. And the Big Reds scored a run without the benefit of a hit. 1 run on no hits, 1 runner left on base. As we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, we're tied at 4, and as we said, number 9 hitter Matt Gladchen steps in for the Northern Huskies. On the mound is Matt Scheffler on in relief of Chris Ward. Gladchen has been up twice, walked the first time up, had a double second time, got the ball up in the wind and got it over right fielder Jim Hewitt's head and motored into second. 2 strikes. A leadoff batter for Northern here in the bottom half of the 6th. Scheffler delivers. Ball gets away as he strikes out, and we may have the same situation. Gladchen makes it down to first, so despite the strikeout. The ball getting away from catcher Dave Seppo, and we've got a runner on first for Port Huron Northern.
The pitcher, number 21, Michael Sly, the hitter.
So Mike Sly checks in and steps up to the plate for Port Huron Northern. Mike has been up 3 times thus far in the ball game and is 0 for 3 at this point. Grounding out short to first, second to first, and flying out a little pop out to the second baseman. So Mike looking for his first hit of the day. That'd be beneficial right now, not only for his pitching record, but for the team as well. As we're tied at 4 in the bottom of the 6th. The same thing happening to the Portier and High Big Reds. They get the first man to strike out, but he makes it safely to first when the ball gets away from the catcher. Second pitch is called a strike. Count goes to 1-1. Nobody out, man on first for Northern. We're in the bottom half of the 6th, tied at 4. Scheffler throws over to first. Gladchen, the runner, on first following the passed ball, following the strikeout. Scheffler delivers, hop high, throw down to second. The steal was on and Sly was swinging. It was a high pitch. Count goes to 1-2 and Gladchen moves on down to second on the stolen base. That is the 4th stolen base of the day for Portier and Northern. 2 of them belonging to Brian Murphy, 1 to Todd Murphy. Now Matt Gladchen. Pitch swung and missed. And Sly strikes out. So the second strikeout of the inning, but only 1 out on the scoreboard. Eric Smith up now for Portier and Northern. Eric's had a tough day at the plate, but doing a nice job in the field, coming up with a beautiful play off the bat of Aaron Carpenter. Smith has struck out 3 times, looking for his first hit of the day. Pitch up high, ball 1. Gladchen down at second for Northern. Todd Murphy got a home run his last time up, is on deck for Northern. Pitch up high again. 2-0 the count. The count. Scheffler delivers, gets away from Seppo, comes all the way to the backstop. And Gladchen moves on to third. And that's going to be a wild pitch. The count goes to 3-0. So with 1 out, Gladchen is on third now in scoring position for Portier and Northern. And let's see if the Big Reds bring their infield in. They're in at the corners. Now everybody comes in now. On the ground, they'll come to the plate with it. Pitch to Smith is a strike, 3-1. Infield is playing in, so something on the ground. The runner comes home, they'll make the play at the plate. Pitch up high, and Smith walks. Now in steps Todd Murphy. We got runners at first and third. Todd Murphy last time around with a home run. Todd's been up 3 times today. He's got 2 for 3. Home run last time up. Single and stolen base second time. First time up was out short to first. Todd has scored a couple of runs. Last time up, got it up in the air to right field. Really hit it over the head of right fielder Jim Hewitt. 1 out, men at first and third. Hall is back at short, in at third, in at first, of course, same with the runner. So up the middle, they're back in double play depth. Hoping to get a sharp grounder and turn the double play. Third baseman Tuffin is inside the bag. At third, and Blank playing even with the runner at first. And playing on the bag with the runner. Ball 2, 2-0. Scheffler having trouble getting strikes right now as he's coming up high. Todd Murphy with a count of 2-0. Scheffler checks the runners. Curve, across the corner, strike 1. 2-1. Murphy tied up the ball game in the 5th with his home run. Chance now to put the Huskies ahead. Swings at a curve outside. Strike two. 2-2. Runner at third is Matt Gladshin. He struck out, but went to first when catcher Seppo couldn't hang on to the ball. At first is Smith. Murphy is called out on strikes, and Smith goes down to second. So now there's 2 out. And here comes Brian Murphy with 2 out now. Let's check what Murphy's done on the day. Brian is 2 for 3. He's scored a couple of runs. So the brothers Murphy have got all the runs for Port Huron Northern. Last time up got a single. First time up got a single in between. Was out second to first, base hit up the middle. That's going to get 1 run in, probably 2. Throw comes to the plate and over the catcher's head, comes all the way to the backstop, and Murphy's going to end up at third. And Port Huron Northern has got a couple of runs in. Big hit by Brian Murphy as he gets the single up the middle. Ends up going to third on the throw home. Northern's got a couple of runs in, and they go up on top here in the bottom half of the 6th, 6-4. And Kirk Conley, who's been perfect at the plate, comes to the plate now for Port Huron Northern with another runner in scoring position. So Brian Murphy picks up his third hit of the day. It's a single with 2 RBIs. He goes to third following the throw home, and Port Huron High intentionally walks Kirk Conley. So Conley draws the intentional walk. And stepping up is Jeff Land. Jeff, he's got a single last time up with an RBI. He's also got 2 for 3 in the day, a couple of singles and a strikeout. Scheffler, pitch, out of play. So with 2 out, Northern with 2 runs in. They've got men at first and third. And 2 outs. Jeff Land is up. Jeff with a single and an RBI his last time up. Scheffler up high. Big hit by Brian Murphy to bring in 2 runs, put the Huskies on top now by 2, 6-4. Scheffler delivers inside. And the count now 2-1. Jeff with a single and RBI in the second inning and a single and RBI in the 5th inning. Scheffler, swing and a miss. Like a change of pace. Count goes to 2-2. And there's 2 out. Northern still with runners at first and third. There are 2 down. And a 2-2 count on Jeff Land. Scheffler strikes him out, but not before Port Huron Northern scores a couple of runs. And at the end of 6 innings of play, it's Port Huron Northern 6, Port Huron High 4, top of the 7th, coming right up.
This is just one of the many parts you can play as a young Red Cross volunteer. Volunteer and play your part.
My hero? Isaiah Thomas. Kevin Costner. Mr. Wall.
These are teachers, but to the kids they've reached, they're heroes.
My hero? Mrs. Wooten. If I don't get through to that child, who knows, maybe no one else will.
Teachers have the power to wake up young minds, to be heroes, to make a difference. Reach for that power. Teach. Find out how by calling 1-800-45-TEACH. Be a teacher. Be a hero.
Well, let's check the lineup here for the Big Reds. They have the meat part of the order coming up here in the top of the 7th. They'll have the 3, 4, and 5 hitter, Aaron Carpenter, followed by Matt Scheffler and Dave Seppo. Going back to the bottom of the 6th, again, a strange situation with pitcher Matt Scheffler getting 3 strikeouts, but only 2 of them counting as outs. As the first one, Matt Gladchen got on base following the passed ball and ended up scoring. Big hit in the inning, the only hit of the inning, as a matter of fact. The single by Brian Murphy, he knocks in 2 runs, and Northern leads in the contest 6-4 as we go to the top half of the 7th. Aaron Carpenter leading off for the Big Reds. Ball 1. Aaron on the day with 1 hit and 3 at-bats. He had a single first time up. Second time around flew to center field, and the third time up was out on a nice play by second baseman Eric Smith, who dove, knocked the ball down, and threw Aaron out at first. Leading off the 7th, Big Reds trail by 2, pitch down low. And Mike Sly, who's gone all the way for Northern, quickly behind Aaron Carpenter. Two 2-0 the count on Carpenter. Pitch from Sly, down low, 3-0. If the Big Reds get a man on, it'll bring the tying run to the plate. Sly, outside corner, strike 1. 3-1 the count. Carpenter leading off for the Big Reds. They trail by 2 here in the top of the 7th. They led early in the contest. Northern on top now, 6-4, top of the 7th. Pitch is up and away, and Aaron Carpenter walks to lead off the top of the 7th for Port Huron High. Coming up now for the Big Reds is Matt Scheffler. Matt's been up 3 times, really has only 1 official at bat to show for it. And we got a timeout right now as Coach Klink is going out. And we're going to have a pitching change. Pitching change for Port Huron Northern. Let's see if we can pick up all the changes here. Coming in for Port Huron Northern will be left-hander Rich Volkening. Rich, who's a senior at Port Huron Northern. Mike Sly will stay in the contest and go to center field. And let's double check. I'm not sure if Gladchen's coming out or not. Gladchen was in center. It's Jeff Land who comes out of the lineup. Jeff in left field. So Rich Volkening will come in to pitch for Northern. Pitcher Mike Sly will move to center fielder, and center fielder Matt Gladchen will go over to left.
Rich Wild Thing Volkening now pitching for the Huskies.
Sly with 7 strikeouts in his 6 innings of work.
The kid moves to left field.
Lefty Rich Volkening coming in for Northern, following the leadoff walk to Aaron Carpenter. Just to recap the scoring for you, Port Huron High came up with 3 runs in the top of the 2nd. All of the runs were unearned following 4 errors by Port Huron Northern. Only 1 hit for the Big Reds, but they did score 3 runs. Did come up with a run in the top of the 6th inning without the benefit of the hit. At that point, it tied up the ball game. But Port Huron Northern came up with 2 in the bottom of the 6th to move ahead. Northern getting 1 run in the 2nd, another in the 3rd, 2 more in the 5th, including a home run by Todd Murphy, and then 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th on an RBI single, and 2 RBIs off the bat of Brian Murphy. And that's where we stand right now with the Northern leading 6-4. We're in the top of the 7th inning, and we've got our first pitching change for Port Huron Northern. So both starters are out. Chris Ward started for Port Huron High. He was relieved by Matt Scheffler. Mike Sly has gone this far after walking the first batter in the 7th. Rich Volkening comes in for Port Huron Northern. He'll come in with a man on first, and the first man he'll face will be the pitcher for Port Huron High, Matt Scheffler. We'll take a look at what Matt's done thus far in the day. Had a sharp double first time up. Second time around was hit by a pitch and walked his 3rd time up. He's up for the 4th time in the contest. So officially, Matt's been up just 1 time and has 1 hit to show for it. So Volkening has completed his warm-up tosses. Duman comes back behind the plate after going over the signals with Rich. Man on first for the Big Reds is Aaron Carpenter and Matt Scheffler batting for the Big Reds. There's one advantage to having Volkening in there right now, the left-hander. And keep a closer eye on Carpenter. Pitch down low inside, ball one. Of course, it's not a running situation right now. Big Reds don't need an out. They need 2 runs. They got to keep, they'll play at 90 feet at a time. Volkening delivers to Scheffler. Strike one, 1-1. Nobody out, man on first, Carpenter. Volkening on in relief of Mike Sly. Marcus Williams behind the plate. Joe Bennett on the bases. Northern trying to get a measure of revenge following the opening season loss to the Big Reds first time around. They lead 6-4. We're in the top of the 7th. Pitch to Scheffler. Down low. In the dirt. Nice play by Duman. And it's 2-1. Rich Volkening, a senior. Also plays first base for Northern. Token toss, that is. Over to first. 2-1 the count. Nobody out. Big Reds trail by 2 here in the top of the 7th. 6-4. Matt Scheffler, the pitch. Up high, ball gets away. Carpenter's going to make it down to second. He takes a look, holds up. Pass ball. And the Big Reds have a runner in scoring position. Of course, they need 2 right now. They're down by 2 here in the top of the 7th inning. Pitch was a ball. Count goes to 3-1. Scheffler walked his last time up. Does have 1 hit on the day. Double his first time up. 3-1 the count. Volkening delivers. High fly ball on the infield. Smith comes up with it. And Scheffler is out. Flying out to the second baseman. 1 down. And coming up now is the catcher, Dave Seppo.
Now catcher number 17, Dave Seppo, the hitter. Gray on deck.
Dave looking for his first hit of the day. He's got 2 official at-bats. Was out short to first in the first inning. Flied out in the, or was safe on a fielder's choice in the 5th and sacrificed in the 3rd. Strike 1 to Seppo. Aaron Carpenter on second. Volkening on in relief, trying to get the save here for Portier Northern. They lead by 2, 6-4, top of the 7th. Pitch to Seppo, strike 2. On deck for Portier and High is the designated hitter, Brian Dupuis. Volkening checks the runner, delivers up high, and helping him out is Dave Seppo. Fouls it off, so the count stays at 2 strikes. Top of the 7th inning. Dave Seppo. 1 out, man on second for Portier and High. Delivery. Ball 2, or check that, ball 1, 1 and 2. Weather conditions ideal right now for baseball. Even the wind is not that big a factor right now, though it is still blowing slightly. 1 and 2 the count. There's 1 out, top of the 7th. Volkening out in relief. And again, it looks like maybe Seppo helped him out on the high pitch, but he fouls it off. And the count's 1-2. Carpenter led off the inning with a walk. Went to a second on the passed ball. Scheffler was out. We've got one out, man in second. And Rich Volkening trying to save this 2-run lead for the Port Huron Northern Huskies. Pitch to Seppo. Fouled it off again. Stays alive at the plate. Count is 1-2. There's one out. Dave Seppo wearing number 17 for the Port Huron High Big Reds. Volkening delivers. Fouled it off again. Well, Seppo is staying alive in there. He's fouled off 4 of them. Count still 1-2. There's still one out. And Carpenter still at second for Port Huron High. 6-4. Northern coming up with 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning on the big RBI single by Brian Murphy. Volkening delivers to short. Murphy, better hurry, fires across. He can't control. Carpenter's going to score. And Seppo goes down to second. So Murphy throwing it in the dirt. Conley can't come up with it. Aaron Carpenter scores, and we've got a 1-run ball game as Dave Seppo is safe on the error and is in scoring position. And here comes Brian Dupuis to the plate. Now the Big Reds have 5 runs in this ball game, and all 5 have been unearned. I got Jim Tuffin is at the plate right now with the bat in hand. Now remember we had the change earlier. Brian Dupuis was the designated hitter, and he was batting for Chris Ward. Well, the change went. Scheffler came on to pitch, and Tuffin went to third. So Tuffin will bat now in place of the DH. So that means the end of the DH for the Big Reds, but they're not concerned about that right now. They're concerned about getting that runner in from second. And we're going to get a pinch runner for Dave Seppo. Ron Atherton is going to check in and run for Dave Seppo. Seppo was safe on the error. Went to a second on the overthrow at first. Actually, the underthrow is Conley. Kirk Conley couldn't come up with the ball in the dirt. So that's our situation. Jim Tuffin is batting now for Dupuis. Tuffin, this is his first time up. We've got one out, and again a runner at second. Rich Volkening trying to save this for Mike Sly and the Port Huron Northern Huskies. Strike one, right down the middle. Tuffin went in at third base when Scheffler came on to pitch. He's batting for designated hitter Brian Dupuis. Swing and a miss, strike 2. On deck is Eric Rathje, the left fielder. Top of the 7th inning. Port Huron High trying to get that tying run across. They do have one run in. It's 6-5. Volkening, though, of course, with other ideas as he delivers to Tuffin, inside and low. Tuffin thought maybe that he'd hit a corner or was there. Let's rule the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Volkening checks the runner at second, Atherton. Pop fly towards right field. And it's an out. His tag, runner tags at second, goes to third. And Atherton slides in. So Tuffin flies out to right field. He's the second out. And Eric Rathje comes to the plate. Rathje has struck out twice and was out short to first. Unusual situation last time out in that he struck out, but ended up getting to first following the passed ball. So Atherton moves to third on the fly ball to right field, 90 feet away from tying up this ball game. And it looks like Volkening will work from the windup rather than the stretch. He delivers. Ball outside, ball one. Rathje 0 for 3 on the day, though he has scored a run for the Big Reds. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Northern leads by 1, 6-5. Big Reds with a tying run at third. Rathje at the plate. Pitch. Strike one. 1-1. Getting the outside corner. Everybody watching intently here. 1-1, 2 out. Rathje the batter. The pitch. Outside, 2-1. Ron Atherton running for Seppo. He moved over to third on the fly ball. Tagging up. That was just 90 feet away from tying up this ball game. 6-5, top of the 7th. Volkening trying to put out the fire. Pitch to Rathje. Up high. And Duman gets up to get the ball. 3-1 the count. Duman makes the sign out to Rick. Just take it easy. 3-1 the count. 2 down. Eric Rathje, the batter. Pitch. Foul ball out of play. Count is full. Two down, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Volkening looks in for the sign. He's going to work from the stretch, keep the runner closer to third. Delivers, struck him out. And the ball game is over as Eric Rathje strikes out for the Big Reds. 1 run on no hits, 1 runner left on in the top of the 7th. And as the teams meet together at home plate to shake hands, our final score, the Port Huron Northern Huskies get revenge for an earlier season defeat to the Big Reds. Final score, 6-5, Port Huron Northern defeats Port Huron High. And on behalf of Charlie Sensi, thank you very much for joining us. This is Mike Mullins. Once again, the final score, Northern over Port Huron High, 6-5. Thank you for joining us.